everyone. Hi, hello. Welcome to another exciting episode of Alison Rosen is your new best friend. I am sitting here. It is the week before Christmas and New Year's, that weird week, and I'm in Pod Cabin with your husband and mine, Daniel Quantz. Hello.
Hello.
Again, remember, I shan't be commenting on his vibe, his tone, his energy, his tone of voice, his mood, any sort of, like, he could stick the microphone in his mouth, right? He could fist the microphone with his mouth. Would that be fisting?
No, why is your glasses foggy?
I don't know.
No, there's like moisture on the inside of your...
I know. I feel, okay.
Well, you can wipe them.
I was going to talk about that in a second. Anyway, I won't be commenting on anything going on with Daniel because those are his boundaries and it puts him up in his head at the beginning of the show. I will tell you, however, that something is happening with me. I feel like there's a stabbing sensation in my left ear. And also, overnight, it is as if my eyesight has changed. And I know that happens when you get old. However, that
but
change...
It's gradual.
No, they say it's like overnight. It feels like overnight.
But do you see how there's...
Yes, I don't know why my eyeglasses are fogging up.
Can you wipe
I'm
it?
probably having... I'm sorry, is it bothering you?
Yeah. Well, it's like...
Oh, I'm sorry. Are my glasses bothering you?
I'm trying to, look through your... It's like looking through a windshield that has...
How do you think it is for me? I can't see shit.
Well, I know, but there's like a solution to that problem, which is what you did just now. There you go. There.
So, for some reason today, my glasses are not cutting it. Now, the careful listener will note that I have been complaining about my contact, I wear one. My one contact not quite cutting it either. And I just ascribed that to like, oh, my brain I'm stressed right now. So my brain is not, knowing which eyeball to make dominant or whatever. But then today, my reading glasses have gone on strike. I cannot find the right distance from my whatever to be able to see out of them. So then Daniel suggested, and I'm not going to comment on the fact that he's on his phone right now. I can't. That would be violating his boundary.
I'm listening.
My beloved husband, when I complained of all this, and I don't even think I complained. I think I made it entertaining. I told a rich anecdote about how I was having trouble seeing. And he said, why don't you try eye drops? So I went in. Trying to find the eye drops without being able to see was hard.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped myself up, came out, and then I fogged up. I'm also a little warm. I think I might be having a heat flash. Or the eye drops created humidity in my balls. I don't know. What do you think?
Sure.
Do you think swamp balls could refer to my eyeballs after I've put in eye drops?
You think your eyes created so much humidity that they fogged up your glasses?
I think...
I doubt that.
So what do you think it is then?
I don't know. Did you go on your glasses and then just only wipe part of them? Because
No.
I think that's what happened.
I think I am hot. I think I'm having a hot flash. I think I'm anxious because my eyes are not working correctly. And I think I put moisture in my eyes. And then I think all of that caused my glasses to fog up.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I don't know, hon.
Well, I hope all of you out there are cherishing your eyesight. I hope you're appreciating your vision. And I'm aware that this sounds alarming in a like, you should get yourself somewhere given a sudden change in vision. But I'm just going to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you might just be have been on your phone a lot.
Well, I actually was
Sometimes
thinking that might be a problem because since about afternoon, late morning yesterday, all I've been doing is having my face in my phone.
Yeah.
I mean, you gave me a gift. You gave me Told You So by Macy Neely,
Yes,
the memoir by one of our favorite Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
I think she's
Wives.
quietly the star. In the same way that like no.
Do you remember when you told Bobby Moynihan that this is really going to be Taram Killam's year. He's the breakout star. And I was like, oh, Daniel.
I didn't say that to Bobby.
You did.
No. There's no way I said that to
I think you
Bobby.
did.
No, I would never have said that to an actual cast member.
I'm 95% sure you did. We were at dinner at Ruby Foo's. We'd done the Adam Carolla show.
How did he react to me? That's a crazy thing for me to have said. I did believe it. I said it to you.
Not just to me. Yes, and there were also other people there.
No, but I'd said it to you. I know I said it to you in private.
You might not have said it.
I don't remember saying it at that dinner.
I think you did, because I think afterwards you were like, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Really? I don't even remember talking to Bobby. I remember talking to
Bryn?
No.
Todd Glass.
Todd Barry.
Todd Barry, yes, not Todd Glass. He was not at that dinner.
Not Todd Glass.
No, but you did talk to Bobby because anyway, we did the Adam Carolla show at Caroline's in New York, and then afterwards, I think his wife Bryn approached me because she was a big fan of the Adam Carolla show. And then another guy a guy next to her put his hand out.
I'll tell you what happened. Bryn, Bobby was Bobby on the show?
Not
no,
that
the first night. No, right? Because I was out in the audience. And Bobby and Bryn were there, and I guess it was like I don't know. I don't know. They enjoyed the show.
Yeah, I think they bought tickets.
I approached them.
Oh,
because my cousin was was a college roommate of Bobby's.
Okay.
And so I was like, hey, and I introduced myself, and they were super nice. And then I think that at some point, like, Carolla may have realized Bobby was there and then had Bobby on one of the shows after that. So because he was there, he invited him on like the next night or something.
I don't think he was aware, not that it's important. I don't think he was aware he was there till after the show, because I know that when I came out and then Brent introduced herself to me and then she introduced me to her husband and he put his hand out and I was like, I recognize you.
Yeah.
And then somehow we all went to dinner and then Bobby came on a subsequent show during that trip.
Yeah. And
so
that's
you told him that, is it Taryn or Taram?
Taryn.
You told him that.
Or was that just the person that we knew from? Now I'm Taryn.
Taran Killam.
Taran Killam.
Taram Killam.
I will stand by the fact that I think he's a super talented guy, but and I felt like he occupied that role at that time in that cast to be primed to have a breakout year.
Right.
And it's interesting that he didn't. I think some of that has to do with the performer. No, I feel
like you accused me of him not having a breakout role.
No, I think that a performer on SNL, in order to have that breakout, has to have a writer that they pair up with who's also talented. Like, if you look back, it's easy to say, like, yeah, sure, Will Ferrell is super talented and all these people are super talented, but like they also happen to pair up with like Adam McKay or whatever, who gets their voice it's that pairing. It's like Bill Hader, super fucking talented, also a good writer, but like he had what's his name?
Fred Armisen?
No,
John
writer,
Mulaney.
John Mulaney, right? So anyway, I don't think there was a writer that knew what to do with Taryn. And maybe I'm wrong.
Anyway, I believe you announced to Bobby that he was going to be the breakout. But then you were wrong. So it doesn't really matter anyway. But why did I bring this up, though? Because
to embarrass me? No,
it related to something about my eyes. That makes no sense. You know what? I'm going to stop looking in the rear view. I can't see it, first of all. But even if I could, I'm not going to. There was a reason I brought it up. I don't know. But since we're talking about SNL, why did Bowen Yang leave? Has anything come out yet?
I haven't heard.
I need to reach out to Jackie Johnson. I feel like she would know because she listens to, well, first of all, she's plugged in. And second of all, she listens to Los Culturistas, which is the podcast that he does with
I'm just blown away that he's been on for 7 years. They're like,
what?
7 years? Yes.
No, he's been on for 1 year.
I know. It feels like he's like a brand new cast member. And they're like, looking back at the 7 years on it, I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck did 7 years just go by like that?
It's so, you know the thing that makes you feel the oldest? And again, it's weird that we have this perspective, given how young we are, The thing that makes you feel the oldest is when your friend's kid is turning 16 and then you cough and sneeze and then they're
college.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I remember on Childish when we were like taking bets on where Greg's son was going to go to college, and now he has his first job.
That is nuts because like college is one of those things where it's like they're going to college becomes locked.
Yeah.
So like you hear your friend's kid is going to college and then they're just basically a freshman in your mind for 8 years. And then you find out, oh yeah, no, they like moved to a different city already, you know, like
it also really highlights what a bad friend you are in that I don't feel like it's been forever since I've talked to this person or that person, but their kid has grown 5 years since that long, you know?
It's wild.
It is weird how that happens. So anyway, it is, let's see, it's the 27th. Breaking news on a recent show, I said, or maybe it was on our Christmas Eve live stream, sometime when I was talking to people who were listening, I said that my mom died on the 29th, but it was the 30th. And I don't know how I got that wrong because this whole year, all I've been doing is like sending her death certificate in.
And getting it right.
I got it wrong once, but I thought that I got it wrong. I thought I told someone it was the 31st and it was actually I don't know. It's just such a big event. So for me to be walking around with the wrong date in my head is weird to me. And then it's also like, what's the meaning of that? Like, why did I get it off? Who knows, really?
I don't know.
It doesn't make a huge difference. It's just that what I keep doing is thinking, oh, at this time last year, I was doing this, or at this time last year, I was doing that. And so at this time last year,
she was getting sick.
Right. Did we know that though?
I don't know if we did.
I know we did because I know what it was. I was having this conversation with my sister and my mom because we were trying to figure out when we were going to see them.
Right, because our plan was for them to come see us
on the 26th. We were going to do our Christmas on the 26th. But
then that got canceled because your sister's family was sick.
Yeah, because she's like, you don't want to be around this illness.
Which
But let's
like,
expose the immunocompromised older lady for sure, who didn't get her flu vaccine that year. But I know that my mom said, I think I'm getting sick. And then I was like, you are getting sick or you think you're getting sick? Isn't that fun when I try to drill down like that?
That was on Friday.
It was.
Okay.
No, I'm asking. It was? Or are you
I
asking?
don't remember you having this conversation, so I don't know.
No, it was on
what
text.
day.
It was with them. I was trying to, I don't know why I was trying to figure that out. I think it had to do with like trying to make plans. And then, because you know how you can feel like you can be getting sick, you can be sick, or you can just suspect you might be getting sick. These are all three different states to me. So I was trying to pin down which one my mom was. And my mom never responded to that. My sister responded on behalf of my mom. And then the day that was Saturday was when at like noon, I got a FaceTime from my sister.
In a panic.
Which is unusual. And I know that day I was like, I can't wait to fucking sit around and do nothing all day.
Which is what you've been doing today, which is pretty
and
great.
Yesterday. Oh, but that's how that's what I had started to say is that, oh yes, that's how we got onto Bobby Moynihan. You said that you think that Macy Neely of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is the breakout. You gave me her book.
I don't know that I think she's the breakout.
Oh, sorry, you think she's a fan favorite.
I think this is what I think that there's usually a person on one of these shows that is like the audience surrogate, sort of the one that like is like you always have to have the narcissist, right? The malignant narcissist. But then you also have to have the person that's like like the Jim from The Office, the one that's like looking at the camera like, can you believe these guys? Or the one that we're seeing.
Maybe Bethany was that one ages ago on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The one who's like calls it like it is.
I don't know that one, but like Ariana was kind of that on Vanderpump.
Sure.
And
Right. They're usually low drama.
they're low drama,
they're
which means
kinda
they're
funny.
not the breakout.
Right.
But what they are is the one that is kind of like, not in the drama usually,
Right.
but can see the craziness around them.
Yes.
And then, and she seems to have a good attitude. You know, the thing that is impressive about her is the amount of trauma that she seems. I mean, her story,
Yeah.
and then she has like a very happy demeanor, which is crazy.
She said in her book that she doesn't like to talk about her feelings. It's like, I can't. Can
Yeah,
you even
maybe.
imagine?
Yeah,
You know what that is? Someone
maybe
who
she's secretly crazy.
that's someone who isn't Jewish is what that is.
Right.
I don't usually make
she's
that
from
kind
Orange
of comment,
County.
but
She's from Orange County.
she's from, which is so fitting.
Right.
And she was a star. She was what they call a blue chip tennis player.
She's Division
which
One.
means, do you know what blue chip means though?
I do.
How do you know?
Well, I followed recruiting.
Oh, why do they call it blue chip? Well, so for anyone who doesn't know, which up until last night was me, it means you can go to you have your choice of any of the
They're
top
all
20
recruiting you.
ranked schools. So she could go to any of the top 20 Division I tennis schools, which is nuts. Like that means she could have gone, is Harvard Division I?
No.
But
Well,
still,
I don't
like
know for
really
tennis. Yeah,
fucking
probably.
good schools.
Harvard's in the. I don't know if Harvard's in Division
Well, you know
I.
what I'm saying. Like her choice of the best schools.
Well, if you can get into any Division One, then you can get into any school below Division One, because Division One is the best.
But doesn't that mean even if you don't have the academics to support it, you can get in?
Oh, the Ivy Leagues will recruit lots of
Yeah.
people who would not otherwise qualify.
There were people at Pomona where
Same
it was
with Stanford.
and Pomona was Division III,
Right.
but it was which is funny. It was like, but it was suspected that like, oh, she's just there because she's good at tennis. Is actually the sport that they said that about the person.
About you?
No, I didn't do. You don't want to know what I did for my PE requirement?
Oh, let me guess. Wait, for your PE requirement, what are the sort of the options? You could like focus on a sport, or
I'm not even going to tell you. You just take a guess.
Well, I don't know. Well, am I choosing a sport or an activity? Like,
yeah,
what am I? What's the
loosely.
category?
You're choosing what allowed you to fulfill your PE requirement at Pomona College, a Division III school, a Division III liberal arts.
I think it's amusing
nerdy
that you
school.
had a PE requirement.
I did
'cause we didn't
too.
have
You didn't
one
have
at
that?
USC, no.
Yeah.
For you, it would involve as little activity as possible. So maybe it was like the study of something.
No, it was actually something.
You had to do an activity.
You had to move your
Badminton,
body. No,
Ping pong.
no, but I feel like you're in the right zone.
Uh,
Just in terms of not that much activity.
Air hockey,
No,
foosball,
no, I don't do anything soccer related, even if it's tiny men on a table.
Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man.
No. I'm trying to think if you and I have ever even done this together. I think we went to a party once and did this.
Bocce ball.
No, but you're close because it has the word ball in it and it starts with a B.
Well, it's not basketball because there's
It
no
actually
way.
doesn't have ball in it. It just involves a ball. Bowling.
Bowling. Bowling. This is a shame upon Pomona that they would even bother. Like, why waste? Like
A class.
A class. Like that's those. You could be studying something. Why fucking bowling?
I don't know.
Like, what's the value to the student?
I don't know. And I don't remember there being an instructor. And I don't remember going very often. I know that I carpooled.
You're not even learning the history of bowling. Like, what is the point of having bowling at Pomona?
I don't know. But I just remember carpooling with this guy. And so Pomona had fraternities that were non-national.
Right.
So they weren't in the Pan-Hellenic Society. It was like...
They were like homemade fraternities?
Yeah. Yes. But they had different reputations. And this guy who was in my grade wrote an editorial in the Student Life, which was our paper, that had angered all of the people in the frats. And I don't know why. I wish I could remember. He's this guy, Eve. You might have heard Wendy mention him before. Wendy, who I went to college with, not Wendy the dog, but Wendy the human.
Eve?
Eve, that was his name.
How do you spell that?
EPH. It was actually Ephraim, but he went by Eve.
Oh, okay.
He was a classics major and just like a guy, very, very smart, funny, but something like a little bit dangerous or anarchist about him. And maybe what that was is the fact that as a freshman, he didn't mind taking on the entire Greek society at the college. So I just
feel like at a school like Pomona, though, there's going to be a sizable population of kids that are anti-Greek.
Oh,
right?
The majority of them.
Right.
Yeah. But this guy that was driving me to bowling was in like maybe Sig Tau or Phi Kappa something who they got kicked off campus, and I'll tell you why. Or they got
kicked off.
Kicked off, yeah. I mean, like they weren't allowed to reform, and I will tell you why in a moment. But he was like speaking in this weirdly menacing way, like about how they want to like find Eve and fuck him up. It's just like, I hate all this. I hate that vibe.
Did they find him and fuck him up?
No one at Pomona does anything like that.
Why would they even care what some nerd on the newspaper has to say about them? I feel like if you're in a Greek system, if you're in a fraternity and you are caring about what the nerds in the student newspaper are doing, you're doing something wrong.
But Eve wasn't a nerd. He was like a Jesus Christ figure. Like Eve had, I mean, he was a freshman, but he had this sort of Jesus Christ figure is a little.
What does that
strong.
even mean? He's a Jesus Christ figure.
Like he had a cult of. He knows that's what I'm trying to say. He had a cult of personality.
Yes, but he's a writer on the newspaper.
No, it was an op-ed. It was a special for the student.
Oh,
life.
he didn't normally write
No.
for the paper. Oh, okay. Because by definition, if you're working for the newspaper, you're a nerd.
Excuse me. I wasn't working for the newspaper in college, but I hear what you're saying. Everyone at Pomona was a nerd. I dare say my friends and I were on the cooler
I bet
side.
the baseball players weren't nerds. Pomona has a good baseball
remember
team.
meeting them.
Right.
No, there were a few people who transferred in and they weren't nerds, and then they're like, I've got to go. And then they left and went to like Stanford.
Right.
But so anyway, the reason Sig Tau, or it was Phi, it was the reason Phi something got kicked off is because they had an initiation. Is that what it's called? Initiation? Rushing?
Uh-huh.
Initiation rite involving a sheep. So they kept a sheep in an off-campus house, and they would tell the rushees just one poke. The sheep was named Seymour, by the way, just one poke. But my understanding is there was no actual animal cruelty involved. It was just a mind game.
Mm-hmm.
But ick.
There's a lot of that kind of shit.
I hate that.
But so they got kicked off for that?
Yes. Because I think that actual law enforcement was involved.
What?
Because of the sheep.
But what were they? Why?
You're not
if
allowed
they're
to
not
have
actually poking the sheep, like who cares?
Well, I don't think you're allowed to have a sheep in a house in Claremont.
Well, but I just feel like that's pretty tame as far as
Claremont's pretty tame.
Like they got kicked off for that shit. The shit that fraternities got kicked off.
But I don't think you're even allowed to do any sort of. This isn't the kind of fraternity that John Hamm got, in trouble for. This is Pomona.
The shit that USC fraternities get kicked off for is like fucking real crazy.
No,
shit.
I'm sure they're like legitimately assaulting.
Oh no, they don't get kicked off for that. Oh my God. Did I ever tell you? I'm sure I did. Told you everything. But there was I was briefly in a fraternity that had been brought back to campus.
Yeah.
So like it had been kicked off like 20 years ago. And no, this was like but 20 years prior to that point. And another fraternity got kicked off the year before because there was something involving a helicopter, and I can't even remember what happened. It was like they were dropping things from the helicopter at a party, and I don't know.
Schools hate things that drop from a high.
Yeah, I don't know. It was crazy.
From a high precipice.
So Pi Kappa Alpha, which had been like a big fraternity that got kicked off, brought back, and they were looking for a house on campus. Mm-hmm. And ATO, which was like like a big sort of like the Animal House kind of like jock fraternity at USC at the time. They were one of the big ones. Their house that they were currently in had been the Pike Kappa Alpha house back when Pike was on the campus, and
20 years before.
Yeah, and I had for some reason been. Maybe I had gone to a party at ATO or something. I was familiar with the house enough to like be able to, when I was talking to, so they brought in guys who had been in Pike back in the day to help, like, okay, this is,
so these are like 38 to 40-year-olds
yeah,
who
these
were
are like
telling
older
you guys how to
dudes.
do it?
Yeah,
how lame.
Older dudes who were like, we're going to help you know what it means to be
my God. This is making me want to like roll my skin up off my body and then fling it across the room.
Okay. So,
I mean, unless you happen to be someone for whom fraternities and sororities were great for you, in which case I'm open to the argument. A couple of my good friends, Jackie Johnson being one and Corinne Kennedy being another, were both in sororities and are very defensive of sororities. So I feel bad when I say something so knee-jerk anti-sorority.
I think it's one of those things where it's like it's easy to have a negative opinion about it. I think that there's enough diversity in the Greek system where it's like it's not all one thing. I'm personally don't love it, but
I think if you grew up feeling like you weren't one of the popular kids, it's then hard to be pro sorority.
I know, but there's fraternities and sororities for the non-popular kids too. I think it's more like, for me, it's more like an extrovert versus introvert thing, because I just couldn't muster the interest, even though like I was in it. I was actually in 2 of them, and I dropped out.
You were in 2? How can you do that?
Well, I had been. When I was a freshman,
did you get
I
bids?
I got a bid from a house before I knew anything about it, because you start. I came to LA and I'm like, what is this? And the very first thing that happens is rush week, and so like everybody in the dorms is doing it, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do it. I didn't know anything about the Greek system, and a buddy of mine was like trying to get into Kappa Alpha, which Kappa Alpha has a fucking dark history. Like they were formed by Robert E. Lee.
Wait, put a pin in that for a sec. Did you finish your story about the house coming back and the guys helping? Because finish that story.
Oh, just that like he was telling us about all the secrets in the house, and like the house, like in the hallways of the part of the house where all the rooms were. It was like wood paneling, I think, and it was like there was a part where you could like bang on the wall, and there was a secret room
neat.
That had no lights in it and was mattresses on the floor.
Oh, that's nice. Cool.
So that you could get a girl drunk.
Cool.
And then just walk in before she knows it. She's in a dark room.
Gross.
It's literally like they built rape rooms into the fucking house.
Oh wait, you must have told me about this because this is now ringing a bell.
Yeah,
horrible. But
they'd have like little secret, like under the desks in the rooms, there were like doors that could go into those rooms. Like it was like, oh, this is sinister as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, so that's really that story. Kappa Alpha. If you look into the history of Kappa Alpha, so it was founded by Robert E. Lee. I didn't know any of this. Founded by Robert E. Lee, and was, I believe, had something to do with the founding of the Ku Klux Klan.
Did you say Clue?
Ku Klux Klan.
Okay, good.
And anyway, a lot of like shady past. I didn't know any of that. The only thing I knew is that every year they would like secede from the row, which means like at a certain time every year they would get a bunch of like plywood and they would like build a huge fence, and then other houses maybe would try to like take it down, and then they'd have parties. I don't know, but they gave me a bid, and I got to I went into like this weird secret thing where they were wearing robes, and they gave me the bid. It was a whole crazy thing. And after a couple weeks, I was like, nah, this is not for me. What am I doing? And so I dropped that, and then some girls in the dorm had been some of the girls that were like pledging sororities had been asked like who are some guys that would be good for a new fraternity, and so then they brought me into Pike, but then after a semester of that I was like, this isn't for me. It just wasn't for me. And I think part of it is, to get back to the point, I'm not extroverted enough
Yeah.
to thrive in that kind of environment. To me, it's just like, I don't want to spend all my time. It's kind of the same reason why, like, or a similar reason why, like, I knew a guy who was in the Freemasons,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, hey, would you like to be a Freemason? I can, nominate you and stuff. And it's like, part of it sounds really neat. Like, oh, you get to go to those old temples and, it's all the, like, mysticism. And it's like, yeah, but then you got to do shit.
Mm-hmm.
You got a meeting, and then you got to volunteer, and you got all these people whose names you have to remember. And, like, I
have some follow-up questions.
I don't want to do anything like that. I just want to fucking do my own thing. Go ahead.
So for 2 weeks, you were in this fraternity. The first one. Like, you had accepted?
Longer than that, but maybe a month. Cap Alpha, yeah.
Did you have a big brother?
I don't think I got that far. There was a guy who was, like, really working hard to keep me in the pledge class. And he, like, when I called to basically, like, de-pledge, he was like, gave me the hard sell and kept me on the phone. It was like a really, like, they were nice guys. I mean, like, actually, I don't know. It just was like.
And that's not the one with the rape rooms, though.
No. No,
Okay.
That house did not have rape rooms.
And did you go through initiation?
Some initiation. It's like a whole semester long thing. And so, like, yeah, I had gone on, like, a couple of retreats and stuff.
What did they have you do?
Well, it's a lot of drinking.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing the thing that was the end of it for me, was one night we went down to.
Did you steal a bike or something?
I've told you the story. We went down to, like, Huntington.
That, though. Yeah.
It was a scavenger hunt. So the whole thing was like, okay. Excuse me.
I'm not going to comment on what I saw or heard.
I burped. I'm drinking Coke Zero. It's, all right.
I saw this reel of this, like, it's like what your pet is doing when the vet takes them back, and they have this Cavalier, and the vet is just, like, going on about, like, talking to the dog in baby talk, and the dog burps. It's like, oh, are you a burpalerpagus?
We know that ours does do that because they admitted it.
Yeah.
Because they're like, look, the reason that took so long is because we were snuggling Wendy.
Yeah. It actually it made me feel better if that's actually what's happening.
Yeah.
A burpalerpagus. Are you a burpalerpagus, Daniel?
Anyway, we go down. I'll try to make it quick. One of the brothers in the house, I can't even remember what we called them. I think that was right. They had their folks had a house on the beach, like this really nice house. And so we went there, and it was like early in the evening, and they gave us a list of shit, and they're like, by sunrise, you need to have all of these items. And, well, that's all we knew at the time. And so then we went off.
And you were drunk?
No, this was the one night we weren't drunk. And it was stuff like a fire extinguisher, or a roadkill, or an oar.
Do you think
bike?
Do you think people killed things to get the roadkill?
I don't remember how we got the roadkill. No, we did not kill anything.
Okay, good.
I did steal. I think the statute of limitations is up. I did steal everything you had to steal.
You couldn't buy a fire extinguisher?
You couldn't buy anything because it was the middle of the night. It was like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So yeah, we ended up getting everything on the list, and then going back to the townhouse with time to spare. And then they presented us with a puzzle that we had to complete in the dark with a flashlight. And we found by not completing the puzzle that they had removed, there were pieces missing. And so you were designed to fail. I had to go that morning. I had to leave to go shoot a movie. And so I didn't get to stick around for the punishment. The rest of the guys did. I don't know. The whole experience was just like, no, this isn't me. And so I was like, so I dropped out.
Because of the criminal aspect of it?
Just the yeah, like it's like this isn't who I am. I'm not someone who steals things and what's
Steals
the
oars.
and like also like what's the point? Like these aren't. I don't know. I didn't feel like, oh man, I really need to be like pals. with
Okay,
these
so
guys.
then how did you go from quitting a fraternity to joining another one? Like, wouldn't that, for me, I would have been like, oh, turns out this is not for me.
Well, because I had friends that were going into the other one, and I wasn't going to have to be. There was no initiation process because I'd be the first group. And so it was like a way to like
you were
get
the pioneers.
but also by that point, because again, like the KA stuff was like early. I was a freshman. I mean, I just started. By the time the Pike stuff happened, which was later in the semester, or maybe it was the next semester, I realized how much of a stranglehold the Greek system had on the social life at USC. And so it was kind of like, you kind of have to be in a fraternity if you want to like go to parties and meet girls and stuff. It's a lot harder to have a social life outside of that. So it was like, oh, wait, this is going to be great because this will be a way to do it. And then there were just other things. I was like, I kind of just don't like any of this.
So, because you're kind of a misanthrope.
Or just an introvert. Like, I just don't.
So you joined the second one, and then what was it in the course of being in that one that made you realize it wasn't for you?
There were a number of factors. One was that, like one of my good friends, he pledged. So he wasn't part of that first class, and he pledged, or he tried to pledge the first year we had like Rush, and the other guys, you vote on each guy, and he didn't get enough votes. And I was like, so I have to tell my friend he can't be part of my like
That's the
my
point.
little social club. Like that sucks, so I didn't like the exclusivity aspect of it, like where it's like you can't be part of my group.
Right. Do I know who this friend is?
I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
And then the other thing was just the money. Like, it cost money, and I didn't have any. Now I could have like lived in the house, but you still have to pay dues, and that was the other part of the Greek system, which is like, it was hard to be part of it if you're like a poor kid.
How much is it?
Which is, by the way, kind of the point of the Greek system, which is to like filter out, to create a social filter, so that like the top house SAE for the guys, like I knew guys who got into that house, but they were all from really rich families, and it's like that's the point, so they can only socialize with the girls from rich families, and you can keep the social economic fucking tiers.
How much did it cost? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but it was way out of my range, and so then I became in debt. Like they kept going, you owe this much, and it's like I don't have it. So what are you gonna do?
Oh, did you default on your fraternity?
I never
debt?
paid. I never paid the dues, and so then eventually, I don't know if I was ever like formally like kicked
Charged?
out, but I stopped it. It was kind of like a mutual like. I never said to them I'm out. It was just sort of like I stopped going, and I never paid, and so
was there ill will?
Nah.
Huh.
No, but yeah, whatever.
Well, thank you for this detour through Daniel's experience in the Greek system.
You're welcome, folks.
So you mentioned introvert, extrovert, and Carly Weissel. You know who that is, who hosts Very Amusing. She's been on the show before. Robes. That's Carly. She posted something fascinating and also alarming, which is that she thought, how is she possibly going to get through December? She has so many things scheduled. And she's a self-admitted extrovert, but she found that the more she went out and did, the more she was able to go out and do. Like she basically just said yes to everything. and did all the social engagements and all the commitments and all the this and all the that. And like it recharged her back. I guess that's kind of the definition of extrovert versus introvert. Yeah. But she was like, do you remember how pre-pandemic we used to do all this stuff, and then during the pandemic it was like one outing would exhaust you, but being social is a muscle, and ours have all gone flabby, essentially. I'm putting words in her mouth. Isn't that an alarming discovery?
Well, I think that it's wrong for her to say that that's the case for everybody.
I don't think she did say that.
I think that's the definition of extrovert, is that your batteries are charged through social engagement. Not to say that I don't enjoy being with my friends or whatever, but it's the opposite for me. I'm depleted usually, energetically. I get charged by having a stretch of time where I get to like be creative and alone in my own head.
Yeah.
Like that, to me, that fills my battery up. I'm just a happier person when I'm able to do that. It's not when I have like night after night after night of fucking social obligation. That does the opposite. It like fills me with anxiety and I get miserable.
I guess what I'm wondering though is if I were to be around my college friends who I can't stop talking about, you know, these people that I feel like I don't have to put on, I can truly just be myself. Or if you were around a group of people where you felt you could truly just be yourself, would you still feel drained?
Mm-hmm.
You would.
Yeah, it's not about, well, drained. I mean, I don't know if it would drain me so much as it would be just like I would
need time to yourself.
I need time to myself. So like if I'm not getting time to myself, I will start to feel, regardless of who I'm with or what I'm doing, I'll start to feel like anxious and I don't know, just not happy.
I know if I do something against type, like go to a party, go out and be social, when I first get home, I'm like, I'm in a social feeling. I don't say it like that because that's not English, but like I am still feel like, let's keep this going. Like I could go to lunch with someone and then immediately go to lunch with someone else. Again, I probably wouldn't do that either. But I know I've had the feeling of like, I am out of the house. I should keep the out of the house. Like that for me, the resistance is getting out of the house, getting dressed, getting out of the house. Mm-hmm. It's like the takeoff and the landing. But once I'm in the air, I can keep going.
Sure.
But I will eventually crash.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I don't feel it lately. Maybe when I was younger, or if I'm in like, you know, somewhere where it's conducive. I don't know. It's just like for me, and I don't know if it's because I'm a woman, the amount of, I don't even know what the word is, the amount of like morphing that has to happen for me to leave the house. Because I was thinking about this. Let me explain. At the beginning, when the kids were going to school, started in preschool, you and I would trade off mornings. It'd be like my morning, so I get them ready and then I take them to school. And then it'd be your morning, you get them ready, you take them to school. Do you remember this brief period of time? Not really.
It was brief. But pretty quickly, we realized you hate getting up early, getting them dressed, doing breakfast, doing all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't mind driving them. Mm-hmm. And I don't mind doing the other stuff, but I hate driving them. For some reason, driving them to school is like a whole thing to me. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how much I want to avoid having to exit the front door and get into the car. Like, why is that such, I'm willing to get up earlier, have to be awake earlier, have to do more stuff. I guess I was like, okay, well, what if someone said, you can sleep 2 hours longer, but then you have to drive someone somewhere. Like, where's my line,
Yeah.
But it's for you, it's easy to just coast out of the house into the car. You just put on a hat and you just go.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's like, not only do I need to put on sunscreen, and you can't just put on sunscreen right after you wake up. I got to wash my face, and then I got to do my skincare, then I put on my sunscreen, and then I either need to put on a bra or put on a coat. And then maybe, I don't know, probably fill in my eyebrows. Because if I'm, this is back when I was like parking and then walking them into the school. Maybe I don't need to do eyebrows, but but I think those are symbolic of emotionally what I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why I have such resistance to getting in the car, getting out the door.
Yeah.
Because you don't have that at all, do you?
No.
Like, you don't mind running little errands.
No, I actually like the excuse to get out just because I have to work from home, so it's like nice to get out. But it's like the same for me with like making food for them. Like, it's like, I don't know, it's like I hate it.
I know.
I don't know. Yeah, it's nice that we can divide it up like that.
Yeah.
But what was that? What did that have to do with going out socially?
Just how much of a resistance I have to going out.
Oh, yeah.
Once I'm out, I'm okay.
I mean, like, I can relate to. I can't really relate to the part where it's like I want to do a bunch of social things, but like, with the gym, going to the gym.
Yeah.
I found any kind of exercise, like it's that transition period that's the hardest.
Yes.
But once you're doing it, your brain catches up, and you will be like, yes, I fucking I'm an athlete, whatever. I like doing this. And so the way to get past that for that was always just to start putting your gym clothes on.
Yes.
Before you've made up your mind.
Yes.
Because then that way you're already there.
I would, back in my going to the gym days, I would always say, if I get my clothes on and I still don't want to go, I don't have to go. But I always chose to go.
Right. Yeah, if you could just get past that transition.
Yeah.
Then once you're there, it's easier.
What used to crack me up about going to the gym, my favorite gym time was in New York. I always liked the walk there and then the walk back. Driving to a gym feels different, but I would drive and I would be like, should I look for a parking spot close or far? Like, what am I doing here?
Right. Like, add to the exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. I've been thinking about joining a gym. I have weights here at home, and
you're too strong for them.
Yeah, and so then it's like, weights can be expensive. Once you start to like get into the heavier weights, you're starting to build a collection of weights. It's fucking expensive.
Serious question, but it sounds funny. Is the shipping insane on weights?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, you would think, like, if you get like really a lot
heavy
of them,
weights,
probably. Yeah. And so like, I'm like, well, then should I just join a fucking gym? Because that's actually like over the long haul probably cheaper. Maybe, I don't know.
I would think over the long haul it's more expensive, but
maybe
we should just price it out. I mean, unless you want to join.
Well, that's it. That's the thing, though. It's like, it's so much more convenient to just be able to like step outside, get in. Like, it saves time. If I join a gym, it's like, then you gotta fucking drive somewhere, and there's not like a really, as far as I know, like a really good gym super close. So
Daniel's too good for Blank Fitness.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If I joined a gym, it'd be like a better gym, just because I want. But like, I don't want to drive. I don't want to drive like 15, 20 minutes to a gym. So
I think you've made up your decision. I mean, up your mind.
I guess, but I don't want to have to pull the trigger on spending a lot of money on stuff right now. So
maybe you could find some used. There's got
used
to be.
is a little bit cheaper. Well, so no one cares.
I do.
You can get dumbbells, right? And you can buy sets of dumbbells. They're still expensive. Like on the used market, maybe not quite as expensive as new, but still like $1 a pound almost. Or you could get like, so those you can find those. But again,
but what is it that you want?
For space reasons, there are what do you call them? They're like interchangeable dumbbells. So you can get dumbbells that are like you can change the weight on the dumbbell. So that you're not like if you go when you go to the gym, or the ones that I have, like where you rack them.
Yeah.
Right? Those that takes up a lot of space if you get like each weight. You've got like 60 pounds, 65 pounds, 70 pounds, 75 pounds. You have to get 2 of each. So that's like suddenly you've got a lot. Or you could get 2 dumbbells that can go up to, each dumbbell could go up to 100 pounds.
How does it do it?
They have like little dials, and so it like so it change. It's almost like a barbell with the weights on it, where instead of you putting the plates on yourself, the dials sort of do that for the dumbbell. So you can just lift it out. I have a set, but the set only goes up to like 52 pounds each, and so I would want some that go up to like 100. And they have some that go up to like 105 pounds each,
and it doesn't have all the separate weights.
Yeah, so it's like space. It saves a lot of space, and it's really that, because we don't have anywhere to put like a fucking home gym.
I'm so confused about how this works. What is it called? I'm just gonna look it up real fast.
I don't. Well, they're the one that goes up that high, adjustable dumbbells is what it's called.
I have a crazy stomach ache right now.
But the ones that I want are like $1,000, and it's like,
is
fuck
it
that
Bowflex?
Shit. Well, Bowflex. I have the Bowflex.
You have
ones.
this kind. Yeah,
I have but that only goes up to 52.
So that's what it is, though. That's the thing you're talking about.
That's technology, whatever. And
but how is that? Why couldn't you just, hi, person who doesn't get it over here, why couldn't you just do something similar with your weights? Like, instead of buying a 70, why couldn't you put a 25 and a 45?
What do you mean?
Instead of buying, let's say instead of putting a 70-pound weight on your dumbbell, why couldn't you put a 45-pound weight and a 25-pound weight?
You don't put weights on your dumbbell.
What's a dumbbell?
A dumbbell it's like one piece.
Okay.
You can buy dumbbells.
What are these things then?
That's a barbell.
And do you use those?
I don't.
Oh.
But like, if you were to buy the weights, the plates for a barbell, like if I were to say, you know what, fuck it, dumbbells take up too much space, I'm going to get a barbell.
Yeah.
Like, they're still fucking expensive to buy the plates. Like,
so you need hand weights, dumbbells that go up higher.
Right. Because you can pretty much do any exercise or muscle group with dumbbells.
Do you have the individual weights?
The individual weights. Are you talking about dumbbells? Are you talking about plates?
The plates. Do you have plates
on a thing?
Yes. Do you have plates?
But I don't have a barbell.
Do you? But couldn't
to put weights on?
Do they not make dumbbells that you can put plates on?
They do, but they only go up to like a low weight. So you can get a dumbbell bar that you can put like little plates on, but they don't make them so that they go very high.
So you couldn't put a 45 and a 25 on one side of it.
A 45-pound plate is like this big. It's like
a placemat size.
And they're big.
Okay.
Right. And so if you imagine 2 of those like on a little bar, right? That would be ridiculous. You wouldn't be able to do.
But these adjustable dumbbells can do that.
Yeah, because what they do is they stack little weights on the end.
But do you not own those little weights?
Honey,
if this were possible, you would have already figured it out.
Let me.
You're welcome.
Let me
That's a
explain
gift
something.
I give you.
Let's say I were to say, yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get like a dumbbell that's long, and I can put plates that are smaller weights.
Yeah.
I'm going to simulate the adjustable one. It's still $1 a pound.
But you don't already own those? That's what I'm asking.
No.
That's
so like I would have to buy.
Okay.
So it would be like, in order to get to 100 pounds,
you're spending $200.
Yeah.
So you don't own those little things.
Maybe that would be cheaper. I see. Yeah.
I can't tell if I'm really dumb or genius here. Because I feel like what I'm saying is very obvious.
I guess the benefit, yeah.
So you would have figured it out if it would
I know.
work.
It's funny that I hadn't thought this through. I get, because I've never seen that.
Maybe there's a reason. Oh my God, what if I'm the new
Like, I'm wondering if there's a reason why
Tony
they don't
Gazelle.
do that. Well, first of all, it would be a pain in the ass to have to, like, unscrew the ends and put the plates on and take them off every time you wanted to change the weight. But let's say...
How often are you changing weight in a workout?
All the time.
Oh.
But, like, let's say you did do that. Like, theoretically, like, if, you were saying, like, okay, one for, let's say, 80 pounds, you would have
420s.
420s on each side.
So French.
And that's $80.
Yeah.
So that would be cheaper than buying an adjustable dumbbell set.
Pretty much.
That's what you're getting at.
Yes, but I suspect...
I'm going to have to look into why people don't do that.
Yes.
People don't do it.
That's what I was going to say, is I have a feeling there's a good reason they don't, even though I want to think that I am the new...
The reason I haven't thought of it is because that isn't something I've seen.
There must be a reason.
But I haven't thought it through like you.
Right. Haven't either. What is the name of the guy? Tony Little. The Gazelle. I am going to be a fitness guru impresario, and I need the names of some of them.
Joe Weider.
Who's that?
He's the weightlifting guy that had all the supplements or all the like. He was like I feel like he was the first guy to be like telemarket.
Okay, so there's Joe Weider. There's the guy who came on the Corolla show who referred to taking a poop as a dumpadilly.
Oh yeah,
what's his name?
I
forget too. And then isn't his name Tony Little? And the Gazelle?
It could be. I don't know.
I'm the new Jane Fonda. No, I'm the new Suzanne Summers.
I love it. Do it.
Well, you have to do the research and see if there's a reason. And if not, then this is the Rosen system.
I know. I am going to look into it. I'm sure there's a good reason, though. I think keeping the weights on is tricky with a dumbbell versus a barbell.
So says you. All right, let's listen to a call.
Hi, Alison and Daniel. This is Clement from Salt Lake City. I'm calling in regards to the woman who called about catching 17 mice in one day in her house because they were plowing the fields nearby. I'm calling about an even more terrifying situation. At my work, they've been knocking down buildings all around us, and apparently bats live in those buildings. And that's driven all the bats into our building, and so there are bats flying around our offices constantly during the day. They tell us to just leave our room, lock the door, and let people take care of it. It's pretty terrifying. So bats, pause. Thanks. This is Clement from Salt Lake.
Oh, no, he cut out for a second, I think. But still.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. I mean, I enjoy...
Why are you expected to work in an environment where you've got wild bats flying around?
I think they're saying just head out and we'll take care of it.
I thought he said like stay in your office and don't like venture out into Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I would work from home if I could.
I'm just trying to think. Like, bats can be pretty cute close up, but it's the flying aspect.
Well, in the turning into vampires aspect.
Would you rather be in a room with bats or mice? Loose bats or loose mice? I would actually, and despite the fact that I've become a rat and a mouse fan online, I think I still would rather the flying creatures than the scurrying.
I don't know. I've never been around bats enough. I think the fact that they fly is pretty freaky.
The fact that you said I've never been around bats enough is amusing because I would venture to say you've never been around bats at all, right?
Well, I mean, I've been in places where bats are. So I'm like, I can't say I've never been around a bat.
Name one.
I feel like in Connecticut at dusk, the bats would come out and we would throw a ball up in the air and they would like circle the ball and sometimes hit the ball. So it was like fun to like attract the bats by tossing a rubber ball up in the air or something.
They'd hit the bat? The ball?
Well, they're blind. They use echolocation. Yeah, and so they would pick up on something moving and then they would like be attracted to it.
I can't tell if that's cute or if that's hurting bats.
So that was a bat experience that I had.
All right. I take it back. Well, and I've been to Austin where they have bats. So I guess you and I both have put in our time around bats.
Yeah, but not enough to know if I would like them in my office.
I would like a bat box, which is a thing that you can get, but I don't think in California. It's sort of like a bird feeder, but it's like a bat house, and then they eat mosquitoes.
That would be great.
Listen, Clement from Salt Lake City is in Japan right now. He's the one going on a nightmarish gastronomic tour of all the things that we didn't want to eat in Japan because we're provincial. Horse sushi.
Oh, really?
Horse sashimi he had. Live, like fish that's alive when you eat it. Abalone that's grilled alive. And listen, he has fish tanks. He has a healthier view.
Does he like any of the stuff that he's tried?
He told me something about the horse. Let me see if I can remember. Because I said, how was it? And I feel like he said it was something, I just searched horse. I feel like it was something not that ringing endorsement-y. Let's see. It's lean and tasted mostly like beef. It was good with the garlic soy sauce they provided. See, in my mind, I had a negative filter when I read it because I was like, oh, he didn't like it. Sounds like it was okay.
I can see how it wouldn't be terrible. I mean, it's in the same family as venison.
It is?
Yeah. Isn't
What
it?
family is that?
Hooved animals. What would that be? The hoovulitis?
Well, cows are ruminants and they have hooves. Don't they?
I feel like anything with a hoof is like edible. My general rule is I will not eat something that has a paw.
Oh.
But I would eat something that has a hoof. I'm not like eager to eat a horse, but I probably would eat a horse if it was the circumstances.
This is your rule? Like you've said this to yourself or others
I have,
before?
yes. This is my rule. I won't eat an animal with a paw.
Why? I mean, I'm with you. I wouldn't either. But
think
why?
about it. Just think about it. I don't have to give a concrete reason. You just have to think about it for 2 seconds. Although maybe would I eat bear? I might eat bear, but like I wouldn't eat a koala. I wouldn't eat
panda.
Any kind of cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you're somewhere and they're like, we have 2 special. Has the chef told you our specials? We have bear stroganoff and we have lion.
But I've eaten rabbit. So so I have eaten an animal with a paw.
Yeah, with a lucky paw. Not for the rabbit.
Some rule I have. I guess I have no integrity.
I did not appreciate knowing that you had eaten rabbit, by the way. When we just started dating, I scrolled through and I saw
rabbit.
You had eaten rabbit somewhere with your mom at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I think you said it was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
That was a good restaurant. Yeah, but I don't know if I'd seek out rabbit. We were having like a
woodland creature evening meal.
No, it was a
chef's omakase of helpless.
No, it was
prey.
a chef's. It was what do you call it? A prefix.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like you just get what the chef brings you.
Oh.
And the chef brought out rabbit ragu, and so I was like, okay.
Would you eat frog? Have you?
I'm not. I wouldn't seek it out. I don't. I guess maybe I would eat it.
What do they have?
Frogs.
What are their feet called? Legs.
Webbed feet.
Yeah. No, deer and horses are not closely related. They belong to different mammalian orders, with horses as odd-toed ungulates and deer as even-toed ungulates. You know,
but they're in the ungulates. I'm sorry, they're ungulates.
You said to me, it's as different as odd-toed and even-toed ungulates.
That's pretty fucking close.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Obviously, I know that the horses aren't like, just like a deer. I understand the differences between a horse and a deer, but they're in the same
Gillette.
Yeah, they're that same part of the fucking tree.
Making them distant evolutionary cousins more related to rhinos, tapirs, horses, and cattle, goat, camels, parentheses, deer, than to each other, despite both having hooves, Daniel. Now, do you know what an ungulate is?
Never, no.
Oh, deers are ruminants, too. They chew cud. Where do they get the cud they're chewing? And what is cud? I think of it as fat. What is cud? Cud. Oh, it's like burf.
Burf? What's that?
You don't know what burf is? Am I right that you don't know what burf is?
Is this something one of our kids said?
No.
No.
It's verp. Do you know what that is?
A
It's when
vomit burp?
Yes. Sorry. Okay. Cud refers to partially digested food that ruminant animals bring back up from their stomach to chew again, aiding nutrient absorption. While cud, often capitalized, stands for cannabis use disorder, a problematic pattern of marijuana use. Right. This is where AI doesn't quite, read the room, So anyway, I guess deer and cow are just burfing up their food and then chewing it.
Well, they eat grass, so grass is hard to digest. That's why they have so many stomachs and shit.
Can you name any of their stomachs?
I don't care.
I do.
Ugh.
What are the names?
I'm going to be on my phone.
Names of cows' 4 stomachs. I'll give you a quarter if you can name any of them.
Okay. I don't need a quarter.
It's the rumen, the reticulum, the omasum, and the abomasum. Can you repeat back any of those to me?
The reticulum.
That's good.
The romasum and the cornerbosum.
And the omasum and the abomasum. Aren't you happy you learned that? Not even at all?
I don't care about biology.
Here's another call.
Hi, my name is Angela. I'm calling from Texas. Okay, I'm listening to...
I have to interrupt to say a couple things. One, you have such a chip on your shoulder about biology.
I have problems with non-preferred interests.
Oh, that's like our son.
Yes, I check. My brain just won't engage. I find biology to be disgusting and off-putting.
Okay.
Yeah, like life is gross. And everything to do with it.
We've talked so many times on the show about our shared, disgust with nature, but it sounds like yours goes further than mine because I have a curiosity about the natural world and I'm entertained by gross things.
I mean, I have a certain curiosity about it. There's certain things where I'm like, oh, but I don't know. It just doesn't, who fucking cares?
And then also, it's recently come to my attention that there's a couple of different ways people say Texas. Do you say Texas? You do. You could say Texas. Or Texas, like with a S or a Z.
I do Texas.
Yeah, and I say Texas. And now she's calling from Texas, so let's hear what she has to say.
Hi, my name is Angela. I'm calling from Texas. Okay, I'm listening to this episode that came out on the 22nd, and Alison, you brought up that time at Bumbershoot where Daniel had the pot cookie and said, I can't even begin to deal with this right now. I just need you guys to know that since that episode came out, I don't even know how long ago, because I've been listening for a long time.
2015.
I like have that thought in my head, but like a drop when I feel that way. I cannot even begin to deal with this right now. And, you know, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
Especially being a toddler parent. There's a lot of like, oh, I cannot begin to deal with this right now. Especially at like 6 a.m. or whatever. Oh, boy. Anyway, hope y'all enjoy the holidays. Again, Angela from Texas. Bye.
Thank you, Angela. That's funny.
Your cup is full.
When you have a toddler?
On no sleep. Like,
yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you're just like, I cannot
I feel like Owen hits us with things that we can't begin to deal with right when we wake up.
Oh, my God. He hits the ground running in the morning.
Yeah,
like he just pops out of bed and it's like go time.
So want to hear something nuts that I discovered on Reddit today? You know how I have this recurring fish dream? Mm-hmm. It's not uncommon. Almost every
in the fish community.
Yes. Sorry, I should have said that. In the aquarium subreddit. Because someone posted that they have a tank that they like forgot about for 2 years and they've just paid it. And now they have like a thriving shrimp colony in it. And I was like, oh my God, that is my nightmare. And then so many people wrote about how they have that dream. The difference is it seems that most of their dreams are like the fish or whatever's in the tank is not doing well.
Well, it makes sense that because having a fish tank is like a constant.
Yes.
You're constantly thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because you have to make sure that, you know, all the whatever, the water is right. So it's like, because it's like your brain is always on some level like worried about it. You're going to have dreams that, anxiety dreams.
Right.
That have to do with like, oh, I forgot about my fish tank or
yeah. But even because some of my dreams, I'll, discover the first batch of fish tanks that I've neglected, and then there's more and more. That's common. And then also someone was like, it's like a bunch of racks of fish tanks, like a fish store. And I've had that one too.
Oh my God.
It's just crazy.
That's so
We're
crazy.
connected in this way.
You guys should do a meetup.
Would love to. We haven't even talked about Christmas. We had Christmas.
Oh yeah.
How was it for you?
I mean, it was good. It was, the run up to Christmas is
exhausting.
And so, and there's always this like feeling of like, did I get, are people going to be disappointed? Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be too much? One thing that I was like trying to do this year was, now that your folks are gone and our sort of routine around Christmas is going to be different. I thought like, I want to start some new traditions, some things that are just like what we do. And so I was like, okay, on the night before Christmas Eve,
Eve.
Yeah, we'll do elf dinner. And elf dinner will be, I'd heard about this, and so I thought it would be fun. It wasn't my original idea. Elf dinner will be like little foods, like little tiny little pizzas and little sliders and little hot dogs and little desserts. It'll just be like finger foods. So it'll be, you put on the table a whole shitload of like little
tiny foods.
And then games for the kids, and then you wear elf hats and maybe you have elf on. I don't know. Like I don't know what the
right.
But it'll be fun. It'll be like a fun thing to do as you're getting ready for Christmas. And so we invited the neighbors, and we were all set to do it. And then Owen got really sick, and we had to cancel. And it's like when you have little kids.
That always happens.
That shit happens.
That always happens. So, I feel like it's what would have been unexpected would be if that didn't happen.
Yeah. And so that was a bummer. And then that day I was planning to make eggnog. Like we were going to do all this stuff. I didn't know what to do with myself that day. I was like, oh. And it just kind of felt like anticlimactic in a sense, because I had this sense of how it was going to go, and then it just was like but Christmas rolled around, and Christmas itself was fun, and then we went to Wendy's at night, and that was fun. It was nice to see them, and so we ultimately had a good time. But it wasn't quite the holiday that I was expecting it to be.
Mm.
No new traditions have yet been established.
I thought it was pretty good. We did our live stream the night before.
Yes, we did.
Which is on YouTube. You can go find it, youtube.com/Alison Rosen. Every year it gets even longer. It was like 3 hours and 20 minutes.
There's no way that was longer than before.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. The one year before was 3 hours, and the year before that was 2 hours and something.
Huh.
Yeah. And I had said, can we try to be done by 11? We were done by 1. And then I don't think I got to bed till like 2 or 3. So I didn't get that much sleep, but I powered through in the morning, and then I took a big fat nap, and then took a shower, and then we went to Wendy's, and that was fun. And fun for the kids as well. And then, yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, Owen is really happy with his bird feeder that has the camera attached to it and that like goes to the app. He was very excited about that. So
that was a good gift.
He was excited about that.
I got him a looping machine.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool, too.
I wanted to get him a looping machine where he could record his own sounds and then loop it, but they all seemed way too complicated for him. And I found this toy where it's like you have these little figures and they each have a sound, and he liked this game called Sprunkies, which is like this, except it's like a video version. So I thought, ooh, this will be like a physical version. He could not have cared less about it.
I saw him playing with it last night.
For like 5 minutes, and then he said he didn't like it.
He said he didn't like it?
Yeah. It's fine.
I didn't know he
actually,
said that.
But Elliot likes it. But it's like with kids, it's always this thing of you can get them exactly what they asked for, and they will like that. But if you go off the reservation, it's a real risk. With Owen, unfortunately, what he asks for is often impossible. So, or just like, if that's what we got him, it would just be like a farmer's market.
Be happy with it.
Yeah, well, we do. This year he wanted mushroom kit.
Fake mushroom
growing kit, which I don't even know. So, and then these stuffed cheese balls. So I was like, well, but you hit it on the you're the one that came up with the bird feeder thing, and that was a home run.
I didn't realize he told you he didn't like the looping thing. He might return to it.
My feelings aren't hurt. I can see why he didn't love it.
I mean, look, if he's not ecstatic over it, and neither's Elliot, let's just return it if you can.
Yeah, I might. I don't know.
Was it expensive?
I don't think it was too expensive. Yeah, I was thinking I might return it.
And then Daniel and I got each other the same gift, which is hilarious. We got each other those loop earplugs.
The noise.
They're like
reducing. But it's only like a little bit reducing. It's not.
I have to say, I'm not sold on them. I bet you're not either.
No, because I don't feel like it does a huge job.
Yeah.
Of cutting the sound down a little bit.
We're unsure about them, but it's amusing that we got each other the same gift.
Yes.
And then you surprised me with a towel warmer, which I'm very excited about. Does it plug in?
Yeah.
We got to figure out where in our bathroom we're going to put it.
I know where it's going to go.
Where?
Where I have my hamper. I'm going to move.
But is there an outlet over there?
There is on the wall. Yeah.
Which wall?
I think on the outside wall.
On the outside wall?
Well, the wall that has the window on it.
Oh.
I think there's an outlet.
When you said outside wall, I was thinking outside of the bathroom, like where I put my hair.
But we have to get an electrician out here anyway.
Yeah, we do.
So even if there isn't one over there, we can put one.
I was staring at the wall you mentioned last night, thinking, is there an outlet over there that we have a piece of furniture in front of this whole time? Because we should access that. Well, I'm very excited. Because tell them your idea.
Well, my idea was that you're a real robe connoisseur or wearer. And I was thinking in the morning, you get up early.
Yeah.
So what you could do is have your robe in there at night. Before you go to bed, you drop it in there with a little timer. And then
warm robe.
It warms up like it's like coffee brewing.
Yes.
And you wake up and throw on a fucking toasty warm robe at
6.
At the coldest part of the day.
I can't wait.
I know. I thought that would be good. I'm glad you appreciate it.
I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, and you got me some nice stuff too. I got this razor that's like a fucking really nice razor.
Henson.
Yeah, and a graphic novel, and the
paints,
and a great set of acrylics. It's the kind of thing where it's like I feel guilty. See, this is a good gift because it's like I feel guilty buying the expensive paints.
Why?
Because they're expensive.
They're not that expensive.
So I'll just get like the cheaper ones.
Can I tell you, I even did some research.
Did you really?
Yeah. Because I was like, do you want, first of all, you wanted Winston-Salem. What is it?
Windsor Newton.
That's what I mean. Windsor, you had mentioned Windsor Newton, but then there's there's professional, and then there's Galleria. So I decided you're professional, but then I also looked into like, well, are there other brands that you might prefer? And there are some other good ones, but it seemed universally people seem to feel that what I got you, those are really good ones.
They are really good.
Because there's also like Golden
and Liquid Tex or something like that have versions that are also really good. But they're
it has to do with how pigmented, I guess.
Part of it is pigmentation. Part of it is like how they spread, like when you paint them.
Yeah,
like how they are to use. I think it's the amount of pigment and medium, like the ratio, and what kind of medium they use.
Did you notice when you opened up your paints that they were not? Did you notice that there was a lack of shrink wrap?
I didn't notice.
Because they arrived. So it comes in this long box and all the tubes are in there in this like very exciting way. If you're someone who enjoyed school supplies, you will enjoy the way all the tubes are lined up in this box. But it arrived and I took the lid off. And so the bottom half of the box with all the tubes in there was shrink wrapped. So shrink wrapped around the whole thing, but lid on the top. And like 5 of them weren't in their slot. They were like on top of other ones, like it had, shifted during shipping. So I was like trying to like shake. I was shaking it and I was trying to like coax them back into their slot. And I was like,
he said, fuck it.
I'm opening. And I thought, you're not going to care if it's shrink wrapped or not.
No.
I have got to get these motherfuckers back in their proper slots so that it can be exciting when you open it and not like, did someone fucking kick this into a box?
I mean, you did a great job.
Thank you.
They were lined up exactly as you would want them to be.
I might have even gotten a couple colors wrong. I don't know. The order by the end, I was like,
no, it's perfect.
Is this ochre in the right spot? Who knows? And then we got Elliot as a Momo, which is this oversized Labubu. It's ridiculous. It is a ridiculous gift, but it was what he wanted the most. And he's very excited about it.
A bunch of blind boxes.
Yeah.
So he had a list. It was 4 pages long of just blind boxes and like a couple other things. And then at the end of the list, to Santa, he's like, don't only get me blind boxes. And so it was like, oh, Jesus. So we got him the Zamomo and some blind boxes and like some games.
Is that a mosquito on the flower? Carry on. I got to take care of this situation. I think it is. It's on, there's a flower on the backdrop, and I think it's on the flower on the backdrop. Why would a mosquito? Yes, it is. Get out of here! I certainly didn't get it.
No. Well, we can just wrap it up, and then we can skedaddle. Anyway.
That mosquito is in the prime of its life, because I feel like sometimes I'll come upon ones, and they're like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And then I just help them. And this one was like, not today, motherfucker. Sorry, go on.
Just like he was opening his things and he's like excited at first. And then he's like, oh, I hope these aren't all blind boxes. And I was like, but Elliot, all you had on your list was blind boxes.
And a note saying, please don't only get me blind boxes.
He didn't only get blind boxes, but that he was like, he put like literally like 30 different kinds of blind boxes. And then he was frustrated that he only got blind boxes.
And the water bottle he got that he's like, no, that was what our neighbor had on her list.
But it was his handwriting.
Why did he put it on his list then? I'm so confused by that.
I have to go to the bathroom.
That's how I like to end the show.
Sorry.
Do you want me to release you now, or should I end the show with you? I mean, I haven't even begun to tell them that I'm on Patreon. Patreon.com/Alison Rosen. Recording a Friend Zone with Renee Colvert tomorrow. That will be delightful. You can get more episodes of the Friend Zone. There's a level where you can text me and I'll text you back. Do an annual subscription and get 2 months free. Also, I just posted a Substack. Now, I'm torn all the time about the fact that I have all sorts of things that I want to write about, but I feel like what people really want to pay for, because, you know, there's a free level and a paid level, and what they really want to pay for is behind the scenes Adam Carolla show, like my experience on the Adam Carolla show. When I write about that, everyone comes out of the woodwork to give me money, which appeals to me given that, you know,
I think you should write about what you want to write
right.
about.
So I wrote about one that wasn't about that. But I feel like the next one should be about that. You want to know what I think I'm going to write about? And then you can tell me how much of a mistake this is.
Okay.
Just go through the line of like everyone who worked there and what I actually think about them.
Don't do that.
Tell me why.
Because I don't know.
It's not all negative.
But
I can be diplomatic.
I don't know. It's gossipy and I don't feel comfortable with it. Don't do it.
You don't feel comfortable with it?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a great idea. I might do that, or I might write about something else. We'll see.
I just think you have a lot of other things to talk about and write about. You should write about those things.
All right. Well, who knows what I'm going to do, but that's all at AlisonRosen.substack.com. Okay. Thank you so much. Oh my God, this is the last show of 2025 because the next episode comes out on January 1st.
Have a happy and safe New Year,
have
everybody.
a safe New Year's Eve. I love you. Thank you for all the support, especially this year, which has been, you know, a weird, somewhat atrocious year. Okay. Thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen Show?